Once upon a time, in our village, no one traded in the marketplace after sunset. It was not just a rule, it was a warning. The elders said the market was not ours after dark. That was when the other traders came. The ones we could not see. As a child, I never understood. The market was always full of life, women with baskets of yams, men arguing over the price of goats, the air thick with the smell of fried plantains and fresh palm wine. It was a place of noise and laughter. But when the sun began to sink, everything changed. I remember the first time I saw it happen. The sky turned orange, and suddenly, people moved faster. Traders packed their goods in a hurry, tying up bundles of vegetables, counting their earnings with quick fingers. Mothers grabbed their children's hands. The drummers stopped playing. Even the wind felt different. By the time the first star appeared, the market was empty. Silent. That silence scared me more than any story. The man who stayed. There was a man, a stranger. He came from another village and did not know our ways. Or maybe he knew and simply did not care. That evening, as the market emptied, he stayed behind. He had been selling dried fish all day and had not made enough money. When people told him to leave, he laughed. "Money does not sleep," he said. "If people come to buy, why should I go?" The elders did not argue. They only nodded, their faces unreadable, and left him there. Night fell. The man sat in his stall, waiting. At first, nothing happened. The sky darkened, the moon rose, and he smiled to himself, thinking we were all fools. Then, he heard footsteps. Soft, steady footsteps. He looked up and saw a figure approaching, wrapped in a long, dark cloth, moving without sound. Finally, a customer, he thought. He stood up, ready to sell. The figure pointed at the dried fish. Its hand was pale, too pale, the fingers too long. The man hesitated, but greed pushed him forward. He named his price. The figure did not argue. It reached into its cloth, pulled out a string of old cowrie shells, and placed them on the table. The man had never seen cowries like this before, dull, cracked, covered in dust. But money was money. He took them and handed over the fish. The figure nodded, turned, and disappeared into the darkness. More footsteps came. More figures. One by one, they bought his fish, paying with the same ancient cowries. Their hands were cold when they touched his, their voices no more than whispers. The man did not ask questions. He did not look too closely. He only saw his profits growing. By midnight, he had sold everything. He laughed to himself, gathered the cowries, and went home. The price of greed. The next morning, he walked into the market, proud of his success. He went straight to another trader and placed the cowries on the table to buy more fish. The woman looked down at them. Then she screamed. The cowries had changed. They were no longer shells. They were bones. Small, white finger bones. The market went silent. The elders arrived. They did not shout, did not curse. They only shook their heads. "He traded beyond sunset," one of them said. "He sold to those who came after," another whispered. The man ran. He left everything behind, his stall, his home, his name. He was never seen again. That night, the market spoke. The wind carried voices, low, murmuring voices, whispering through the empty stalls. The villagers stayed in their huts, doors shut, ears covered. By morning, the bones were gone. Since then, no one has traded after sunset. Not for greed, not for desperation. Because after dark, the market is no longer ours.